Hello there, hello there, hello there, hello there. Whoopsie. Hello there, hello there, hello there. What's going on, people? Welcome back once again to the Agostino Zinga Show with your host, Agostino Zinga. And this is episode number 988. That is episode number 988. 988 Nuevo Ocho Ocho. How you doing? How you feeling, people? How you doing? How are you feeling? Great, amazing, good to hear. How am I? You know, getting there. Had a bit of a munch earlier. A nice jacket potato, you know, because it's kind of cold out there. So I thought, you know what? Let me make a nice jacket potato. Let me just get a potato. Let me stab it with a fork. Let me wrap it in some foil. No, let me stab it with a fork. Let me rub it with some olive oil. Let me sprinkle some sea salt all over it. Rub it into the skin of the potato and then wrap that in foil and then put that in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then it comes out nice and soft. You cut it in the middle and then you fill it with all your fillings that you want. My particular filling of choice was a couple of tin pieces of tuna. I had a couple tins of tuna that I put in there. I sliced up some red onions, slice up some spring onions, put a bit of mayo in there, mix that concoction together, put it inside a jacket potato, and then sprinkled or shredded across over the top of it some cheese. It doesn't sound the best. It doesn't sound super sexy, I know, but I promise you, when it's cold and it's the winter time, nothing quite hits like a jacket potato. Nothing quite hits like a jacket potato. I swear to God, nothing. Now, it helps if you have good tuna. I'm not gonna lie. If you have good fillings. Like, I know a lot of people like to do the jacket potato with baked beans. Personally, for me, it's a bit too much. You know, the beans make me farty. The potato makes me bloated. I can't do that. I gotta have it, I gotta have something like, like a tuna. A tuna I could definitely do. But it's gotta be good tuna. And unfortunately, in England, which, I guess some of you would know, we don't really have great tuna. I'm not gonna lie. Our tin tuna in England is kind of shitty. Even if you pay, most tuna from what I've seen in stores, is quite, like, sardines are quite cheap. But tuna's quite expensive. Like, you might find a tin for like £3, a pack for like £6 or something. It's kind of crazy how expensive tuna is here. And it's not that good. We've got this one brand called like John Weston or Western something that's fucking terrible. The stuff that they sell, like the store brand one, don't even bother with the store brand stuff. But so far, I haven't really had good tuna. Maybe I have to go to a place like Marks and Spencer's, maybe, and I might be able to find some good tuna. But so far, the tuna that I found in England has been pretty subpar. But the way to make it up, the way to pimp it up, is to dice the red onions, sprinkle that inside with a bit of mayo, with a bit of spring onions as well. I also sprinkled a little bit of garlic powder in there too. Mix that all up and then put it in there, and it tastes a bit good, And obviously some butter as well. The potato, you gotta put some butter. You gotta put a little bit of butter in there too. So that was fairly decent. I'm nice and full. I'm nice and fed. I am really happy. So I hope you are happy where you are. As you guys know, I'm heading off to Berlin tomorrow. As you guys know, I should be heading off to Berlin tomorrow. Fingers fucking crossed. So if this is the last show, this will be the last show. This will be the last show of the year. This will be the last show of the year. This should be the last show of the year. If I don't head off, then you'll see me. If I head off, then you won't see me. You get what I mean? It's still 50-50 here. It's still 50-50. But yeah, that's the plan. Christmas again, like I said, no real big plans. Just plan to chill and take it easy. Just plan to chill and take it easy. But I hope you guys, wherever you may be, have a pretty splendid Christmas. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it because I've got so much stuff to cover. I've got all this to do on fucking Tazs and then heading off to the random show. So let's get it on. And I'm sure some of you guys want to see what I want to talk about instead of hearing me on the little preamble. Not today. So, first things first, just a hypothetical question for those of you watching live via the stream. If you're here watching it live, make sure you say hello, Wagwan. I'm here. I can see you. I'm here. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Big up Jordan Ray. Big up Richie. I see you. Big up Don Dota. I see you. Big up Addy Z. I see you. Big up everybody in the stream chat there. And I'm also, just to let you know, I'm also live on Kick. I'm live on kick.com. I've got my own channel on there. I've got my own situation going on kick.com. I'm trying to become East London flipping iShow Speed. I'm trying to become East London iShow Speed. So if you can, make sure you join me over there on flipping Kick. so I can become East London Kai Sinat, so I can become East London Sneeko, so I can become East London Aiden Ross. Help a brother out, help a brother out. Kick.com/Agostino. Kick.com/Agostino Zinger, sorry. Kick.com/Agostino Zinger. You'll find that link in the description. Everything else included. So, first topic of the day. Jake Paul and his broken jaw in 2 places. In dos places. Let me know. Just think about this hypothetically. Would you, honestly, take a broken jaw in 2 places for 50 mil? The reason why I'm asking this, the reason why I'm a bit skeptical about people saying, yeah, I would do it, yeah, is because I'm currently still nursing. At the moment, I can't even move my left arm is completely shot. Some of you guys would know I had a pretty gnarly accident on my fixed gear bike. I wasn't concentrating, the flipping chain stuck, and it ended up flinging me over the handlebars. I flipped over, I landed on my head, but then I also took a lot of weight. A lot of the other weight kind of dispersed onto my arm because all the brunt of the fall went on my elbow and my arm, kind of like my forearm elbow area. So I'm still nursing a little bit of a bump there. I can't fully extend my arm. I can obviously extend it 90 degrees, like the other way inside, but I can't fully extend it out to lock it out at all. It's still very, very sore. And most of it's to do obviously with the muscles and whatever the bone. It's not broken or fractured or anything, but it does really fucking hurt. And so much so that I can't sleep on my left-hand side. I have to sleep either on my back or on my right-hand side. So it's been really fucking me up. The reason why I say that and mention this, not for pity, not for sympathy, because I don't need that shit. So put it in your pocket and purchase to somebody else. But the reason why I mention this is because I've seen just how pussified this little bike drop made me. I've seen how wimpy, I've seen how crybaby this little arm, right? Me falling on this arm has made me. I can't imagine the pain of breaking a jaw. I've heard from people, I've read online from people that the only thing equivalent that's as painful as breaking your jaw is cracking your ribs. People say that if you crack your ribs, it's a pain you never understand because, you know, you're not really conscious of how your ribs like contract, you know, when you're breathing or just moving around regularly. So when you break your ribs, you realize that literally every movement that you do, your ribs are somewhat engaged and the pain is excruciating. So the only thing I've heard that's close to that is breaking your jaw, any type of jaw thing. So I can only imagine. And plus I recently had a root canal. That was super painful and very unpleasant. So I cannot imagine how it must feel to have both bits of your jaw broken. So as much as I'm hearing people online saying, yeah, man, I would totally take 50 million for a jaw break in 2 places, clean jaw break. I think some of you are lying. I think some of you motherfuckers are lying. Or maybe some of you motherfuckers are way tougher than I am. Maybe some of you people out there are way more tough than I am. You're way more gangster than I am. You're way hot, you know, big body, bad body, strong body built, or whatever you are, you know? Maybe you're one of those type of people, but for me personally, I don't think I could handle. Oh, obviously the surgery. If you got the 50 million, right? You could take that 50 million and obviously pay for the best doctors. You could take that 50 million and pay for the best surgeons. You could go to a far-flung place, wherever you want to go. You could get under the most anesthesia that you need, blah, 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 blah. But the pain is the pain. The pain before the surgery, the pain after the surgery when you're recovering is the pain. I personally don't think I could do it. I really don't think I could do it. And I think there's a lot of people out there who are just lying. Or maybe the money is like, because I always say there's hypotheticals. I've never been the biggest fan of them. Because they're not realistic because no one's showing you the money. I think if somebody showed you the money and then they had Anthony Joshua standing by, like they had a suitcase, a duffel bag full of, you know, money, 50 mil, wherever it was. And then they also had Anthony Joshua standing there, glistening in sweat, looking like a fucking statue, right? Looking like one of those Greek statues, fucking throbbing with muscles, looking like if he fucking slapped you on the back, he might make your heart come out of your chest. If he was standing there, and they said, yeah, you got to take a right cross. You've got to take a right cross from this guy on the chin whilst you're backing into the ropes. Whilst you're backing into the corner, by the way. Remember that. Jake Paul was backing into the corner. He had no escape. There was no chance that he could, like, you know, duck here or, like, soften the blow. He was going to take all of that. If they told you, here's Anthony Joshua standing right in front of you. Here's a bag full of money. That guy has to hit you in the face with a closed fist, right? Right cross straight to your fucking jaw. I don't think you're taking it, man. I don't think your motherfucker's taking it. Everyone's out here saying, I'll take it. I don't think you're taking it. The pain would be excruciating. And I'm saying this because I've had a recent injury, and I know how much of a bitch that's made me. I know how much of a baby it's turned me into. I've been moaning and groaning all over the place. I've been fucking ODing on fucking ibuprofen and every other pill that I can take. Do you know what I mean? I've been going through it, right? I can't put my jacket on correctly if I want to go outside and do groceries. When I shower, it's really difficult because I have to use one arm. Like, I fucking hate it. So I cannot imagine the pain that you would have with your fucking jaw broken. It would be unbearable, legitimately unbearable. I don't think the money would be worth it. I really fucking don't think the money would be worth it. But let me know what you think in the stream chat. What are people saying? People, big up Dabs McGee. I would do it for £40,000 or $40,000. I love it. Big up Izanella. Big up Izanella. Volvo flips in East London. I love it. Big up Izanella. Big up. I would do it for 40,000. It's fucking crazy. You also have to spend 5 to 7 years working on being one of the most hated people in the country to be worth that 50 million. Yep, good point, Don Dotter. Once the IV is in, Papa ain't nothing. I'll do it for $5,000. We got Booth McGee. People slam their hand on a car door to get pain meds. True. His face did look like crazy. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was going to say. Big up fucking Booth. Big up Booth, because everyone always says, yeah, I would do it. I would do it. I would do it. Really? Are you sure you would do it? Look at his face, bro. Look at his face post-surgery. Look at Jake Paul's face post-surgery.
Got it wired up. Nah, it's fine. As soon as we got it wired up. Nah, it's fine. As soon as we wrap here, I'll send the payment over. Should hit you this afternoon.
Write down just a touch for me.
Yeah. I'm good. Appreciate you. I'll text when it's sent. All right, later.
What's up, guys? You can see where I'm at. I'm in the hospital, jaw all wrapped up.
Fucking
Anthony
hell.
Joshua caught me clean last night. Big uppercut and it cracked the bone. Respect to him, dude's a monster. They wired it, so talking's weird, and I won't be chewing anything for a minute, but I'm good. I'm in good.
Got it wired up. Nah, it's fine. As soon as we wrap here, I'll send the payment over. Should hit you this afternoon.
Write down just a touch.
I don't even know what is that. I guess that brace is to put like. To be fair, big up modern medicine and dentistry in general. The fact that they can somehow heal your jaw without having to open it up is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure they do, but in my head, I thought they were gonna open it up somehow. But maybe they open it up on the inside. Maybe they make some incision on the inside of your gums, right? Maybe where your kind of, your bottom teeth kind of connect to your cheekbone, that kind of skin bit there to open it. Because I'd love to know how they actually fix it. Like, what do they do? Is it a brace? Is it a bracket? Is it screws?
Yeah, I'm good. Appreciate you. I'll text.
Do they put like a metal? Do you get like a metal plate there? If he does get a metal plate, does that mean he can fight still? Or do they put it? I mean, like, if you have a metal plate that reinforces your chin, does that mean you can still fight? Or is it a metal plate until your bones kind of, fuse back together again? Fucking hell.
When it's sent. All right, later.
What's up, guys? You can see where I'm at. I'm in the hospital, jaw all wrapped up. Anthony Joshua caught me clean last night. Big uppercut and it cracked the bone. Respect to him, dude's a monster. They wired it, so talking's weird, and I won't be chewing anything for a minute, but I'm good. I'm in good.
He's in good spirits. He looks like he's in very, very good spirits. But Jesus Christ, look at the face. Look at it. You can see the veins throbbing out of his fucking cheek there. God damn, son. And that's the thing that's wild too. He didn't even take that much damage to the face. That's what's kind of insane about this whole situation. He didn't even take that much damage to the face. Like, his face looks pretty okay. He's got a bit of a cut on his nose and stuff. But apart from that, and maybe a busted lip, he doesn't look that bad, He doesn't look that bad in the face. But it's just that one fucking cheek that's absolutely crazy inflamed. I don't know about you guys, man. I don't feel I could do it. I honestly don't feel I could do it. I honestly don't feel I could do it. Obviously, we could all use 50 million. Obviously, we could all use 50 mil. But I don't really think I could do this for any amount of money. The pain would be unbearable, man. And also just the fear of him punching you in the face is the thing that would get me the most. That's the issue. Just the punch coming would really get me going. Big up Sunken Cathedral over there on Kick. Nah, I'm not. Oh, big up Richie. Appreciate you for the donor, brother. Big up Richie. Appreciate you. So why didn't that come up and why isn't that coming off? Why isn't that coming up and why isn't that coming off? Why is that sign? Why is it on like that? I don't know why it does that sometimes. Big up Richie though still. Big up Richie. Appreciate you. The Balenciaga flats are coming. You will see. Watch the new year, my friend. Watch the new year. I've got a video especially for you. Watch in the new year. January. Watch in the new year. I've got a video especially for you. I might even put you in a title. I might even put you in a blood clot title. But I appreciate you for the $10 donor, brother. I appreciate you for the $10 donor. Sorry that it didn't come up. Sorry that I couldn't say it and stuff. I don't know why my settings on my flipping Streamlabs are a bit all over the place. I'm not going to waste too much time on trying to fix it now, but I'll get it fixed for the next stream. I'll get it fixed for the next stream. I promise I'll get it fixed for the next stream. But big up Richie. Video with the Balenci flats coming in Jan. You see. Big up Asad Aziz. 50 mil in America. We get our heads blown off in Afghanistan for a Hellcat. Fair play. I think that's where the divide is lasting. I think that's the divide. I think I've realized Asad Aziz coming in there with a banger. I think that's where the divide happens and where it exists. It's a cultural national divide. You guys are known for that sort of stuff. Like, you know how to get it done, you know? You motherfuckers are signing up for war, for health benefits, for, you know, for pensions, whatever else it may be. You know how to get it. You know how to separate that, you know? You got that logical, practical side of you guys' brain of like, cool, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get my money up. And, you know, I might die, but if I stay at home, I'm not going to get any money. You know what I mean? Very kind of binary thinking. I think in Europe, because we have pretty decent welfare systems, I think we're all kind of pussified over here, you know? Because there's always a safety net. We always have a little bit of a safety net, you know? We always have a bit of a safety net. Yeah, you can be down bad, but you're not going to be American down bad, you know? You're like European down bad. That's a difference. There's a difference between being down bad in Europe and down bad in fucking America. So I think our brain doesn't have that ability to be like, all right, cool, fuck it, punch me, you know? Like, I think, I think actually, that's a good point. Big up Assad. I didn't think about that. Fucking big up Assad. I think if you polled that question, right? Would you let Anthony Joshua punch you in the face for 50 mil? I think you would find it very obvious in the results that the people that said yes were from, you know, North America. The people that said no were from definitely Europe. I bet you would find that. I bet you would find that the majority of people in Europe be like, hell fucking no. Would I let Anthony Joshua punch me in the face 50 mil? I bet you. But Americans will be like, all right, cool, sign me up. Sign me up. There'll be dads and shit like with their beer bellies like, sign me up, I don't care. I need to put my kids through college. Do you know what I mean? I need to pay this debt off. I need to fucking pay this fucking country. I mean, sign me up. Like, there'll probably be women as well willing to do that. There's probably American women, that gnarly American women be like, you know what? Fuck it. I've got babies to feed. Sign me the fuck up. Big up Chris Mack and Stream Chat. I ain't signing up for no land war in Asia, B. Yeah. Big up Chris Mack. Let's fucking go. Big up everybody in the Stream Chat. Appreciate you though. Smash the like, hit subscribe, all that good shit. Boom. Also, next year, right? Next year, I'm thinking of making some changes. One of the changes that I'd love to do next year, which is really radical because I've not known anywhere else apart from London. I've not known anywhere else apart from East London, actually. I've been a bit of a homebody and I've been very unadventurous in that regard when it comes to living places. Obviously, I've traveled a bunch. I've traveled all over the world and shit, visited various places, but I haven't really lived in different places. And I'm really considering, right? Now that I've got, I've got work and stuff that requires me to be on a laptop for the most part. I do this content thing on the laptop. I don't usually go to an office daily, right? I might pop into an office like once a month here and there, but I don't really need to. I just can work from my computer. So I was thinking I can work from my laptop, from me M4 MacBook Air, my M4 MacBook Air. Big up the M4 crew. Big up everyone supporting. Appreciate you. So I'm really considering whether or not I should take me monies and go somewhere else in Europe and see if I can stretch it, see if I can have a better quality of life living elsewhere. I'm either thinking of moving out from London and going up to somewhere up north in Manchester and shit, which I've liked, obviously. I support Man United as well, so it'll be a good chance to be able to watch them play live more often, or go somewhere in mainland Europe. I'm really thinking about it. I'm really considering it because of the money that I make here in London. If I went to fucking Manchester, I could get a really nice place. I could get a place with an extra room. I could even probably rent a studio. You know what I mean? If I went to mainland Europe, I could probably do the same thing out there as well. So I'm thinking about what to do. The European thing, I'm a little bit on the fence about because I'm also the kind of person that if I went somewhere, like if I moved to another country, I'd want to learn the language. I'm not going to go there and just like, go to the fucking expat kind of hangouts and shit, go to all the English speaking bars. I'm going to go there and I'm going to really, ingrace myself into the fucking local community and learn the language and all this malarkey it is. So that will be a hard thing to kind of do. I will do it obviously and I will achieve it. Words have intention, intentions have words, but that will be something a hurdle I'd have to overcome. But obviously if I did it in England and I moved somewhere up in Manchester, it'll be a bit different. So when I saw this list, it was really interesting. It really surprised me, this list, because a lot of the countries here, I had no idea this is what it was like. But it does make sense. So it's in obviously ascending order, which makes sense. And the caption says, net salary needed to live comfortably in East European capital. Live comfortably. Live comfortably. Now, I don't know what they mean by comfortable. I guess let's just like make up our own criteria. When they say comfortable, I'm guessing they mean having enough disposable income to be able to go out for dinner a couple of times, order something a couple of times, buy something for yourself, and also have money left over for an emergency. I'm assuming that's what they mean. Once all your bills are covered, being able to kind of indulge in the stuff that you like, right? That's what I think comfortable means. And it's no surprise that the first one on the list, the top place where you need, how much you need is fucking London. And according to this list, you need 3,500 to live comfortably in London. I agree. Let's say euros, it's a bit higher. Let's say euros to pounds, that conversion is probably about £3,000, maybe 3,200. I think that's true. I think to live comfortably, I think people who are earning less than that per month, let's say you're earning 1,500, you're earning 2,000, you're earning 2,500, you probably don't live comfortably. You probably have to make some, adjustments in a month. You probably have to decide, okay, if I go out tonight, I can't do this next week. If I do this holiday, then I can't do that next. You know what I mean? Whereas 3,000, I think, allows you more wiggle room. But that is true. But the unfortunate part about living in London nowadays, no, this is monthly. This is monthly. We always go by monthly in London, in Europe. We're not really a weekly place. I know you guys in America have like pay systems where you get paid weekly and shit. That's not really a thing here in the UK. Unless you're like, who gets paid weekly? Sometimes bar staff get paid weekly, depending on what bar you're in. But most places, if you're on salary, you get paid per month. Most places. I know there are some places that can pay you bi-weekly, but I've not heard of a single place in England that pays you weekly. Like at the end of each week. I've heard bi-weekly, but I've not heard at the end of each week. But I know that sometimes that's the thing that you do in America. But yeah, we calculate it by month. Did I say? Hold on. Was it Canada? I think I saw somebody talking from Canada, and they said that what do they do? They pay rent monthly or something. Oh no, weekly too. No, it was Australia. They pay like rent weekly or something like that. Crazy. I was like, what the fuck, weekly rent? Anyway. Long story short, the problem with this salary is this. In London specifically, if you want a one-bedroom flat like I have, you have to probably be willing to pay rent of upwards of like 2,000 a month, right? 2,000 a month. I'm a little bit lucky because I don't live in a nice area. I live in a really bad area, really bad area. So I pay like 1,500. So I live in a rough area. But if you want to live in a nice area, in a nice postcode, surrounded by hipsters and shit, you're gonna have to pay $2,000 and up. But the problem is that applies all over the place. It's not just in the rough areas, even the good areas. So even though that comfortable, you're still not going to have that much left at the end of the month. The next country is Paris. I would never live there. Great walk-in city, great place to visit for a weekend. But I could not imagine a worse place to live in Europe. Parisian people, French people in general, they are such assholes if you don't know their language. Like, I don't think there's a single country in Europe where they're like that. Like, they are really, I don't know, how do you call it? Condescending and just dickheads to you. And the weird thing is about French people too, or Parisian people specifically, if you try and speak your broken French, if you try and give them a bit of your Duolingo French, you know what happened? You know what happened if you do that? They'll just talk to you in English. That's the annoying thing. They'll just talk to you in English. So if you try, they'll just dismiss your effort. If you don't try, they'll just talk to you in French. Like, they're exhausting people. Exhausting. Plus, there's a lot of racism in there, right? There's a lot of racism. I'm not going to lie. Big immigrant population, but they all live on the outer rings. That's some dystopian sci-fi thing. But there's a lot of racism over there. So, not for me. Amsterdam. I'd live there. Amsterdam is a nice place. A bit small, but I'd live there. And the Dutch people are a little bit, they're a little bit obnoxious, And one thing I didn't like about Amsterdam was the bikes. The bicyclists or the cyclists as well, they're a little bit up their own ass. Like, relax, you know what I mean? You're not driving a fucking Hummer. You're not in a fucking G-Wagon. Like, chill. I get it. You got your bike lane things. I get it. But they're so obnoxious about it. It's so annoying. But apart from that, Amsterdam's a lovely city. And again, I'm not used to, you guys in America are really spoiled, but it's so weird. It's so whack. It's so like, gnarly. It's such a brain melter and shit to go to a place and be able to just smoke weed on the street. Because it's not something that you could do. Obviously, if you want to do it, you can. No, you're probably not going to get arrested by a police officer, but it's not something that's like socially acceptable. So to go to a place like Amsterdam and to be able to go to coffee shops where you can kind of just smoke and chill and listen to music or walk around the streets and do it, it's fucking sick. Honestly, it's such a mind blender. So I'd love that. Dublin, I wouldn't mind actually. Dublin seems like a nice place to go. What's his face? Conor McGregor looks to have a lot of fun. And whenever Conor McGregor's up there, he seems to be always on the fucking party drugs. So I'm assuming they probably got a good supply of stuff, so I wouldn't mind living there. Berlin, I wouldn't mind, but Berlin, the only thing I don't like about Berlin, how much I love it as a techno city, it's a very ugly city. It's really ugly. It's really fucking ugly. It's grey. It's got like a grey tint to it. It's covered in graffiti. Like the graffiti artists there, they don't give a fuck. They graffiti houses, like people's residential houses, you know? So there's graffiti everywhere. The streets are really dirty. They have these really small, weird bins. They don't have normal bins on the street. All the bins they have on the street are kind of like those dog bins, but they also double up as regular bins because you can't find regular bins. So all those little dog bins are kind of small ones that are like propped up. They're overflowing with stuff. It's a weird city. It's a strange, so, you know, nice place to live. Quality of life will be good. You only need 2,500 to have a good quality of life, but it's an ugly city. And then the rest, quickly run through. Brussels, 2,400. Vienna, 2,400. Copenhagen, 3,400. Jesus Christ. Stockholm, Helsinki, Madrid, 2,300 would be lovely to live there. Nice with the weather and shit. Rome, Lisbon in Portugal. Actually, Lisbon is a place a lot of people in London and are going to now. People are describing Portugal as like the new, or like Lisbon actually, as a new Berlin. It's a new place to go to because it's really cheap to live. And I think they've got a lot of incentives, a lot of like plans and stuff from the government that kind of help people that are like, you know, digital nomads or whatever. If you're a remote worker, they kind of have a lot. I think they have like relaxed visa things as well if you want to live there and all that shit. But yeah, interesting list. Towards the bottom is where it gets a bit dicey though. Towards the bottom is where it gets dicey. You got Vilnius, you got Riga, you got Tallinn, you got Labuja, you got Zagreb, you got Sofia, you got Bucharest, Warsaw, Budapest, and Prague. A few dicey places there. Athens is quite nice though in Greece, I'd imagine. But there's some dicey places there where for 1,500 euros, you know, plus you can live comfortably, which is great. Which is fucking great. So I'm considering it. I am blood clot considering it. Talking about considering, big up Supreme. Supreme have collaborated with Marmot. This kind of came out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not too sure if this means they're gonna end the North Face collab, because Marmot, you'd imagine, is a direct North Face, you know, competitor. They're in the same fucking product category and shit. I don't know if this means we're not gonna get Supreme collabos anymore with North Face. I'm not sure if Marmot are gonna take over from the North Face's position. I had a feeling, it never came to pass, but I had a feeling, I really did have a strong feeling, right, that Supreme would eventually start making all their down jackets in-house, because that's something that Cortez have been doing. Big up fucking Cortez. Cortez have been currently making all their down jackets in-house. So they've got their, I think it's called Bolo. That's their, like, you know, their kind of in-house down jacket that they make year in, year out. And now they're making like different iterations of it. And I thought with Supreme making way more down jacket style coats and whatever, that they will start making their own in-house ones to sort of save money. No, to kind of make all the money for themselves. So they have to split the profits with anybody else. Because I'd imagine if you're working with North Face, there's probably a split in profits. I don't, you know, because it's a long-standing relationship. If it's like a one-off jacket, then maybe North Face will pay you for the collabo because you're Supreme and you got clout. But because they've got this long-standing partnership, I'm imagining there's probably some sort of split on sales or whatever profits. So, and maybe also on top, maybe a licensing fee. I'm not too sure. But I didn't see this collaboration with Marmot coming out anywhere. It's kind of a surprise for me. And I have to say, as much as I'm a lover of Supreme, and I'm a big Supreme ball washer, I have to be completely honest, this is pretty horrible. Objectively speaking, this jacket is pretty ugly. I'm not gonna lie. The jacket is pretty ugly. I don't really like the artwork. The plain one isn't maybe too bad, but not the greatest. I'm not gonna lie. It's not really the greatest. The fleece, the print on the fleece looks better. The print on that fleece, the skulls, I like it better on the actual fleece, but I don't like it on the down jacket at all. I don't like it on the down jacket one bit whatsoever. It's a little bit underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit, and even that fucking shiesty, this face warmer, it kind of looks like something you'd buy on TikTok Shop. This thing kind of looks like something you'd buy on TikTok Shop. I'm not gonna lie, or something. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too into it. I don't mind. Actually, that's a really nice detail. That's a really cool detail. How they have the Supreme logo horizontally printed on the back of the hoodie in 3M. You know, so that's a pretty cool little thing there. So someone flashes you from behind, it flashes, and just general, you have the fucking branding on your hood. I ain't mad at that. But overall, I'm not too stoked on the jacket itself. I'm not too stoked on the jacket. I hate that print. The shape I don't really mind too much, but again, I'd rather a North Face Nuptse personally. I'd rather a North Face Nuptse, but it looks really good in the fleece. The fleece sort of thing, it definitely looks good on that. The fleece jacket I think hits harder than the actual down jackets themselves, but I'm not really too infused by this collection at all. I'm not going to lie. It also comes with some tights. What's that? Leggings, right? I guess so a base layer tight thing. You also get this. Oh yeah, I like this base layer beanie. These are becoming really trendy, by the way. I'm not too sure why kids love these. Kids love these like tight base layer, thin Gillette heat tech beanies nowadays. Everyone's sort of wearing them. No one's really wearing the beanies that I wear. Like, you know, balaclavas or actual legit normal roll up, or not normal, like the regular normal roll up beanies and shit. Everyone's wearing these little small ones. They get them from Arc'teryx and other brands. I wonder why kids like them. Maybe because it makes your head look less big and stuff. I'm not too sure. But the kids absolutely love those hats. And here's the, what's this one? This is the, they're calling it a face balaclava. Okay. I thought all balaclavas are for the, but I guess if you roll it up, it's different. But yeah, I ain't too mad at it. But I'm not the biggest fan of the skull print. Let's quickly read the blurb before we continue. It says, Marmot is an outdoor goods company founded in UC Santa Cruz by students David Huntley and Eric Reynolds in 1974. Marmot is regarded as a quality, durability, and long history of technical innovation. After meeting him while exploring the Alaskan glacier field in 1971, Reynolds and Huntley established Marmot Mountain Club in the Grand Junction of Colorado. They began to work with local adventurers like tomboys to produce their own mountaineering equipment developed to suit their own unique needs as explorers. Reynolds and Huntley sewed their first sleeping bags down and down vests into their college dorm room, and later on opened a outdoor goods shop with boys inside as a former grocery store. Although Gore-Tex fabric was invented in 1969, it wasn't used in performance equipment until nearly a decade later when Marmot became one of the first outdoor goods companies to utilize it. Really? In 1976. I didn't know that. Marmot was one of the first companies to use Gore-Tex. Fair play. Reynolds and Huntley field tested their prototype Gore-Tex sleeping bags by sleeping in frozen meat lockers for a week, as well as sleeping in under a sprinkler. The pair was so impressed with the results, they changed Marmot's entire product line to include Gore-Tex innovative water, windproof textiles, and insulation. Supreme has worked with Marmot on the collection for fall 2025. The collection consists of an 800 field down jacket, down parka, fleece jacket, base layer, base pant, fleece balaclava, and base layer beanie. All will be available on Friday the 26th of December. They usually drops off on Thursday, but because Thursday is Christmas, they're going to push it back one day to the 26th. So if you want that, get involved. If you want that, get involved. If you want that, get in blood clot involved. All right, cool, safe. Get involved. Get involved. Get involved. The next thing I want to talk about is this. Andrew Tate losing his fight against Chase Damore. A pretty embarrassing showing from him, unfortunately. He looks very fatigued, he looked very tired, but he also looked, if I'm being honest, forget about the fatigue and tired, he just looked very different to how I saw him hitting pads in training. And I couldn't really figure it out. Why did he look so dangerous? Why did he look so strong? Why did he look so tough? Why did he look like he punches so hard and will be so tricky when I'd see him doing the sparring in his house in Romania? Remember, he had those videos where he was sparring people in his like courtyard, foyer, where all these cars are and shit. He'd be doing sparring sessions in the gym and shit. He looked pretty decent. But for some reason, he got into this boxing ring, and even against an opponent that was pretty terrible himself, right? That Chase Damore, it wasn't like he was fighting a really high-level boxer, right? It wasn't like he was fighting a really technical, high-level boxer. He was fighting a guy that was very, very low in terms of skill. Maybe good in terms of heart. His cardio was pretty good. He kept the pressure up on Andrew the entire time. But in terms of actual skill, that Chase the Moore guy was pretty terrible. But for some reason, Andrew Tate still ended up losing and looking awful. Now, I know when it comes to combat sports and fighting and shit, cardio is very important. I have heard a lot of boxing trainers and people that box in general talking about, oh, if you're going to fight, it's kind of a requirement. It's a standard requirement that you simply have to do the miles. You have to go and do the running. Like you can't kind of like skirt that. You can't twist that. You can't go against that. You have to go out and do the miles, because the miles and that training gets your cardio up. So maybe there's an element of Andrew Tate's training where he just focused on hitting pads, he just focused on sparring and not actually focused on actual cardio. Because I guess there's one thing being like fit enough to fight in the ring, right? To be able to fight in the ring, I'm sure. But it's probably another level of cardio when you're running, you know? Actual cardiovascular stuff that you're running. And he wasn't able to do that. And he looked absolutely awful. In there. And it's surprising because, like, again, I'm just used to seeing his sparring stuff. I didn't really think of him as a tough guy, though. That's something that I didn't really think of him as a tough guy. I just thought the sparring looked somewhat impressive. There was this suggestion that he was a former kickboxing champion or something, and you see him fight. He looked fairly decent, right? So I was surprised that he looked so ordinary in this fight. This is the verdict at the end of it when obviously he lost.
Judge Gary Kitanowski scores the bout 58-56, and your winner by majority decision. And still, the Misfits Boxing Heavyweight Champion of the World, Chase the Goldie Moore.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I'm going to just say that maybe he's just not as good as a fighter as he made it seem as. There seems to be a lot of negative reactions about him not fighting that well, especially from a guy called HS Tiki-Toki. He's been really calling him out and basically calling him bottom G, not top G anymore. That's been the running kind of gag on the internet, on social media, sorry. But it made me feel like, number one, HS Tiki-Toki might be a really big fan of Andrew Tate, which is why he's kind of disappointed to see maybe someone that he kind of, you know, loosely would describe as his hero going out like that. Or maybe he really believed the gas that he was a fighter, you know, which I never really understood. I never really understood the fighting thing. Obviously, he looks very muscular and he's very fit and stuff, but I never really understood the fighting thing. I never really bought that. I never really thought that was a thing. But I have seen, again, videos of him sparring and he looked quite decent. He looked all right. So when he got into the boxing ring and he looked helpless, not against somebody that's elite, look against a fellow influencer, a fellow public figure, it was kind of shocking. I'm not going to lie, it was kind of shocking to see. But again, another reminder of just how different it is to be hitting pads, to be hitting a heavy bag, than actually going in the ring. People always say that though. I'm not going to lie, I do hear people in boxing specifically say it is very different to spar than to actually fight somebody. It's very, very fucking different to hit pads, to hit the heavy bag, than it is to actually, you know, hit a person inside the ring when you're actually fighting. So I guess maybe that's what happened to him. The damage at the end of the fight was pretty stark as well. You see here the picture of what he looked like at the beginning of round 1 and what he looked like at the end of round 6, which is the end of the fight. And he looked hopeless. And again, remember, professional fighters, right? They fight for more than 6 rounds, right? They fight like 12 rounds and shit. These guys were absolutely on their feet, gassed out of their minds, right? Blowing bubbles out of their ass in the 6th round. So I can't imagine the type of cardio you needed as a boxer to last 6 rounds as somewhat of a heavyweight. It must be so difficult, man. It must be so hard. So salute to people out there that actually box for real, because these guys were gassed after 6 rounds and pros go for fucking 12 rounds and shit. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, he looks like he got, you know what I mean? He looks like he got really beaten up and shit by a guy, again, that was throwing haymakers. That Chase the Moore kid was throwing fucking haymakers from his waist, actually. You know what I mean? From his waist, really uncoordinated, gangly sort of technique that didn't really look like it make any sense. But judging by Andrew Tate's face, like, you know, those punches fucking connected. They made all the sense on Andrew's face. That's for sure. But the really odd thing has been the apology tour afterwards. No, there's 2 things that have been really odd. This is one of the odd things. So after the fight, this is from Tate News, right? One of the premier Andrew Tate kind of news account on Twitter. I recommend you check him out if you want your Andrew Tate news and shit. So one of the weird posts post-fight was this. The title says, Andrew Tate hit the club after getting paid 8 figures for his boxing fight. So, you know, they're obviously trying to make a good spin on it. But look at where they're at. Just look at the club where they're at. I'm like, hold on, is that a gay club or something? Is that Spearmint Rhinos? What's going on here? I thought you were top G. Aren't those guys? I don't know if that's a troll, but they're in a club where there's like guys on the stage like shrugging their shoulders. I don't know what the fuck that's about. So that was the first thing that really made me raise my eyebrows. That really made me rise my little bitty eyebrows. I was like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there, right? Then if you continue on, the other thing that I didn't like as well, the other thing that I didn't like was this apology tour. He's going on a weird apology sympathy tour thing on his stream, talking about, you know, the loss and what he would have done and this and being a good loser. It's strange, but I guess it goes to show just how humbling it is to get punched in the face. Just how humbling it is to get punched in the face. That's why a part of me really, I won't say wishes, but that's why a part of me kind of is interested to see some of these locals, right, that exist out there that are really fucking annoying online. When they do get in the, which they never will because they never leave their house. But if one of those locals out there that really gets to people's nerves was ever to actually get punched in the face, I wonder if it would actually change their behavior. Because it seems like this fight has really humbled Andrew Tate. This loss has really humbled him because he sounds completely different. Let me play some clips here.
I don't even know. I've not yet had time to process why he beat me. I got tired after the second round. And I don't know why. The first and second round, he couldn't touch me. If I didn't get tired, I would have won. I'm a better boxer. But I did get tired. Maybe it's ring rust. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe he's too heavy and he kept leaning on me.
By the way, just to quickly pause that, I don't buy this whole I'm too old thing. What's this I'm too old thing? Nobody mentioned his age before he took the fight. Also, he's 40. It's not like he's fucking 56 or 65 or 72. You're 40 years old. You know, like, relax. What do you mean too old? Too old for what? Like, I didn't really understand that little bit of an excuse there. And also, I love the, if I wasn't tired, I would have won. It kind of reminds me of that famous quote, if my mom had wheels, she'd be a bicycle.
I don't know why, but he beat me. And let me make something else very clear to you. I have complete respect for Chase D'Amour. Complete respect for him. Because I know the pressure he must have been under to take this fight. It was an opportunity for him, yes. And it was a risk for me. But we had pressure on different sides. Both sides of the coin, we had pressure in different directions. It would have been very difficult for him mentally, just like it was very difficult for me mentally. And for him to turn up on the day and get it done, complete respect to him. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think I've heard him speak like this ever. He's usually like, one of the most recent videos I've seen of him is like, some people keep asking me why I'm rich. How does it feel to be rich? Let me tell some of you poor, broke bitches what it's like. You know what I mean? He's always talking like that. So fucking obnoxious, so arrogant, you know what I mean? So prideful and shit. That's what I'm used to. So now to see him like, yeah, you know, fight like all demure looking. It's really funny. It's really fucking funny. But there's more. There's more of him being the humble G now. Humble G. Look at humble G. Look at humble G. Oh no, this is not humble G. This is him telling other people to suck his dick. This is not humble G though. But listen to this.
Message not just to fighters. That's a message to the fucking government. That's a message to the police. That's a message to the people who are planning to kill me. That's a message to all of you. As long as I'm breathing, I'm not afraid of any of you.
Oh.
Fuck you. And if I can get up, I'm going to get up. I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't sit around hoping my enemies are going to have mercy on me. I don't mope around the house like, oh, please stop. Nah, fuck you. I'll get up. Kick my ass. I'll get up.
Yo, Dabs McGee. What he said? What he say? He obviously didn't train cardio. I've heard online people that follow Andrew Tate say that his diet consists of drinking what? Energy drinks and smoking. No, energy drinks and smoking cigars. Allegedly, cigars are his thing. He's always smoking on cigars and dousing energy drinks, and he eats once a day. But people just say that's what he does. So I'm wondering if the cigars is what kicked his ass. I'm wondering if the cigars is what kicked his ass, really. Which is kind of wild to think, right? He looks the way he does, but has zero cardio because he smokes so many cigars. But also, I think it's just training. I didn't ever see him running once. No, I saw one clip of him, sorry. I take it back. I saw one clip of him on a treadmill, going super fast, sprinting. But I didn't see him doing what most fighters do, like Floyd Mayweather, or everyone else, like Floyd Mayweather and shit, where you have to go outside road running. It's different, you know? Road running is different to running on a treadmill and putting in those hard miles. Like, I guess if you know, judging from my experience running, the times I noticed I really kind of leveled up on my cardio and I started to really feel really fit was when I was running probably like on average, like on the day that I was running, I'd run like on average minimum of like 4 to 6 miles. I think that's a good sweet spot. But if you can bang out, you know, 10Ks 3 times a week, maybe even more. If you can bang out 10Ks, then you're going to be really fucking, you know, fit. But then obviously if you run that much, will that maybe hurt your ability to move around and I don't know. I guess it's one of them things, but I was really surprised I didn't see him doing a lot of running. I'm not gonna lie. I remember thinking like, why is he like just hitting pads and lifting weights? He's not doing any cardio. Another one here. Tate won the battle and won the war. Another humble G post.
I don't even know. I've not yet had time to process why he beat me. I got tired.
Big up Rick MB. Blaming cigars. Come on. That guy had personal trainers and a boxing ring in his house. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not giving the guy excuses. I'm just telling you I read online. I'm telling you I read online about his fans and stuff who are saying that, yeah, he always smokes. He always drinks energy drinks. He never runs. That's what I heard online. Not sure if it's true or not, but that's what I heard online.
After the second round. And I don't know why. The first and second round, he couldn't touch me. If I didn't get tired, I would have won. I'm a better boxer. But I did get tired. Maybe it's ring rust. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe he's too heavy and he kept leaning on me.
Oh, we see this already? We've seen that one already. And then what's the other one here? Andrew Tate drops an emotional speech. Yeah, here we go. Look at Humble G. Look at this. Have you ever seen him like this?
Anyone I've inspired has made it all worth it.
Jesus Christ.
I could go back in time.
I've not ever seen him like this.
Knowing the result. Knowing I would lose in front of the world.
I'll do it again.
I'd do it again.
Of course. Mic drop. He's so dramatic. It's just an influence. He's going on like he's going on like he's off to war. Like, relax, bro. It's really not that deep. Relax. It really is not that deep. Honestly, fighting really is a humbler, isn't it? Fighting really is a humbler. But it really is a humbler. It humbles all men. Getting punched, like, I think that's like quote in it for Mike Tyson. The big up the legendary philosopher that is Mike Tyson, right? Everyone's got something. What's the quote? Everyone's got something to say, or everyone's got an opinion until they get punched in the face, something like that, right? He's right, man. That Mike Tyson quote is fucking on point. He is a fucking sage because I don't think I've ever seen him. I didn't even see him this humble when he came out of prison. I don't think he was this humble when he come out of prison. Nearly, he was facing a lot of fucking time. He might still go away for a lot of time, but it was looking really dicey for him. I don't even think he came out that humble after the prison stint. He was puffing up his chest, walking around like he was the fucking, you know what I mean? Like he was fucking El Chapo. Now, after getting banged up in the ring against a fucking, influencer, he's crying. He looks really fucking upset. Yeah, exactly. The room is crazy. Don't get me wrong. The room is crazy. His car collection goes nuts. He's living good, but still, he looks like he's not, super happy about what went down, which is understandable considering how the loss panned out. But yeah, Andrew Tate is going crazy. Oh, is that one? Yeah, that's the quote. Everyone's got, big up Apex Part, I appreciate you. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. It's so true, man. Honestly, big up Mike Tyson, man. He's a fucking legend for that one. Another clip here. We'll play 2 more and then we'll move on.
I'm not top G because I've never lost. I'm top G because I've been hit so many fucking times and I get back up. I'm top G because I just lost a fight and I'll fight again today.
Hey.
I'm top G because I'm not afraid. I'm top G because I'll keep fucking trying. You understand? It's not about never losing. It's about the fact that I will get up and try. It's about the fact that I'm not afraid to lose. And I'm not afraid to be ridiculed. I'm not afraid to be mocked. That's how I built the life I built. That's how I got yachts and private jets and hundreds of millions of dollars. Because I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid to be laughed at. And I'm not afraid to get fucking hurt. That's why.
Okay.
I'm not top G because I've never lost.
So yeah, man. I don't know if he's convincing us or convincing himself. I'm not sure if he's convincing us or convincing himself. And then one more. Then we'll move on from top G talk. One more, move to top G talk.
I'm not top G because I've never lost. I'm top G because I've been hit.
Oh, okay. Same one. Sorry about that. Same fucking one. But yeah, there we have it. I don't think we've got any more here. But we watched all of them, haven't we? A real, what's that?
I didn't have to do this, but this had to be done. It's either the risk of losing or it's the permanent dull ache of what if.
I'm not afraid to lose. I'm afraid to not try. It's better to try and lose than not try at all. The only way I would be disappointed.
I love his brother in the background. Looking at him, like looking down. He's not too impressed. Tristan doesn't look too impressed.
The only way I would be disappointed in myself is if I was too scared to fight at all. And when I first agreed to fight, there was a conversation and everyone said, Andrew, you're 40 years old. You just got out of jail. You've been through so much. You have so many problems. There's so much going on.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a really hard picture. I know the crimes are egregious, but being let out of court like that, being let out of a fucking police station like that, it's fucking hard as fuck, right? Hood up with balaclava police officers, like, that's a fucking hard image. I'm not gonna lie. The crimes he's been accused of are fucking heinous, and he's most likely guilty of all of them. We know, we all know that. It's just whether or not the courts are gonna be able to prove it. But as an image, in terms of aura, this is maximum aura, innit? Obviously, the crime should be, you know, if it was up to me, it'd be like, you know, smuggling bricks in and shit. It would be some financial crime and shit, you know what I mean? Trying to wire fucking 300 million into my fucking Monzo account, right? Trying to wire 300 million pounds into my Monzo account. But still, this is a hard image, you know, coming out of fucking prison like that with your handcuffs and, you know, flanked by 2 police officers in balaclavas. Like, damn, you dangerous.
Out of jail. You've been through so much. You have so many problems. There's so much going on. Why would you do this? Why would you risk it all? Why would you get in there? And I felt a tinge of fear for the first time in my life. And that's when I knew I had to fight.
Yeah, somebody said, actually, big up the person on YouTube. Some YouTuber, I wish I remember his name. Some YouTuber, like a small one, was watching the live stream of their face-off when the last one before the fight. And as they were facing off, Chase Demore kind of like, you know, made Andrew Tate flinch. He made Andrew Tate flinch. And the guy was like, oh, he's lost. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's lost. He's clearly scared. I was like, shit. People could tell straight away, like, he made that prediction. He's like, yeah, he's definitely fucking lost. And people said, yeah, when they watched the whole fight, because I watched a little bit of it when I was on stream. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it looked pretty bad. And people were saying that he did look kind of terrified in there. I was like, damn, bro, people can tell from if you flinch whether or not you're going to lose or not. Jesus.
I'm not a what-if guy.
I would rather go through the pain of a fight camp, the risk of a fight, than live the rest of my human years with a dull ache of what could I have been, what could I have done.
Heroes fight. Even if I knew I was going to lose.
Heroes fight. What are you? What hero is you? Honestly, this hopefully we leave this in 2026. This lionization of like, what do you do to be a hero? Like, you work out, you shout into the camera and tell people they're broke. You scream at girls. You allegedly abuse girls. Like, why are you a hero? You know what I mean? Hero, like, what hero of what? What have you done? You know what I mean? Like, it's so bizarre, man. Hero, you know?
Lose. I would still fight. Because this is who I am.
Why do we fall, sir? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
It's okay to lose, but it's not okay to not try. You have to try. In life, you gotta get in there and you gotta swing and never give up. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
But that's the thing, though, man. He's making it seem like he's some amateur guy that no one. He used to say, look at the guy, look at the security guard next to him. Look at the security guard. That's the thing. I don't buy this fucking, you have to try. If you don't try, you lose. If you don't lose, oh. That's nonsense, brother. You told us you were a kickboxing champion. You told us you were a kickboxing champion. No? Am I not mistaken? I swear people told us he was a kickboxing champion. I swear there's clips of him out there kickboxing. Like, what the fuck happened to that?
Listen, I want everybody to know right now, I have all the respect in the world for this man. This man literally pulled me out of a suicide, man. I was gonna kill myself. I don't care.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, please. We need to leave that shit in 2025 too. Suicide baiting, depression baiting. We need to leave that in 2025. Unless you've been clinically diagnosed as having some kind of mental health issue, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Oh no, honestly, it's fucking mental health stolen valor. It's mental health stolen valor. I was gonna kill myself. Yeah, right. Of course you were. Until what? Andrew Tate agreed to the fight. Then you didn't. Then you. Surely, if Andrew Tate agrees to the fight, that would make you want to kill yourself more. No, get out of here, man. Honestly, like you're doing a real disservice to everyone out there that does suffer from mental health issues, who are going through painful moments, who are just doesn't know. You know what I mean, can't see the wood for the trees, struggling to fucking get up in the morning. Oh God, what is that? Like how this is even more embarrassing, by the way. Andrew Tate losing to this guy. Andrew Tate losing to this guy is even more embarrassing. That's why he's so humble. That's why he's humble G. Because he's losing to a guy who he thinks he's better than. A guy who he thinks is beneath him. You know? A beta male, let's say, right? Like a sissified male. You know, he lost to someone like that. A guy that he probably looks down on, beat his ass. That the irony in that is it's fucking poetry, isn't it? It's fucking poetry.
He says about this guy, he's a fucking legend, man. Legend. Respect, bro. Thank you so much.
In the long run, on your deathbed, when you look back, you're going to be glad that you took the hard path. And that's what I'm here to do.
It's better to try and not lose than to never try at all. Andrew, okay. Oh, really? That's his quote, right? No one else ever said that in life. Andrew Tate said that first. Cool. Whatever, man. What fucking ever. Anyway, as long as no one died, everyone's healthy. No one died, everyone is fucking healthy. Cool. Moving on. Let's talk a little bit about Gucci. Gucci pre-fall 2026. In my opinion, maravilloso. Demna went back into the archives, saw some of that Tom Ford era. To be fair, that Tom Ford era of Gucci, we're never going to see that again. We're never going to see that fall, that house takeover, the aesthetics, the colors, the themes, the shows, the exuberance. You know what I mean? The rock star nature of it. Like there hasn't even been someone like a Tom Ford, if you think about it, the way he was able to kind of create a whole entire, forget a world, a universe, a solar system around the brand. So he went back into the archive, saw some 90s era Tom Ford, and decided to kind of recreate some of those looks and also give them a little modern Demna twist. And it's interesting because in my personal opinion, he's only so far he's done like 2 or 3 collections. And he's already stamped his fucking identity on the brand. This is why people like Demna get paid the big bucks. This is why people like Demna, people like Hedi Slimane, and others get paid the big bucks. Because it's only been a couple of seasons. And he's already stamped his aesthetic on Gucci without making it look too Demna Balenciaga era, without making it look too much like Demna Vetements era. It definitely looks like an evolution. And what he said was true. When he gave that interview, just before he left Balenciaga, he said, when I go to Gucci, I'm not going to take the same aesthetic. I'm going to be doing things differently. So essentially, there won't be as much streetwear. And he's true. He definitely has abided by it. He's presenting different types of looks, different types of shapes, different types of silhouettes, different types of garments in general. And from what I've seen overall from looking at stuff, just kind of like, I'd say like simplified it. He just kind of made it a little bit more aesthetically like simple to like, there's not a lot of like big layers and different colors and weird cuts and shit, all the kind of Margiela stuff that he was doing, Margiela influence stuff that he was doing at fucking Balenciaga and obviously at fucking Vetements. This is just more sleek, right? It's more sleek, and I fucking love it. I really fucking do. So big up Blood Clot Demna. Let's fucking flick through some of these pictures here. Number 1, great look. Alex Consani opening of the show. I really love these split pants. Big up Virgil. Virgil was really big on these early, and I'm only starting to like them now. They've got the ability to zip them up, and you can have them skinny, and obviously you can unzip them to kind of be able to cover your heels and make them look, you know, just kind of like change the silhouette overall. And I like that they're on the inside instead of having it on the outside. They're on the inside. I think that gives it a nice different shape, and also kind of covers your foot from the outside instead of the inside, and gives it a nice little shape and texture. I really love that. I also love how he's incorporating the buckle, right? The buckle that you get on most on all Gucci loafers. He's incorporated it on leather jackets, on jeans, and now he's got them in these high heels. Really, really amazing design, I'm not going to lie. And of course you got a nice little clutch bag there, and obviously the blazer that Koscielny is wearing. I really fucking love it. And again, I think this is from one of those Gucci, I forgot what year it was, but there's a particular Gucci show that Tom Ford did for Gucci, where they had the similar sort of spotlight design and backdrop as well, that he's kind of essentially taken and done his own twist on it as well. Look number 2 there, the all black look is fucking fantastic too. This weirdly enough reminds me of like what's his face, reminds me of Hedi Slimane, Saint Laurent era, kind of reminds me, or maybe Prada 2015 2017 era, where it's kind of all black. I think there's one collection where it's all black. This is beautiful. The finish on that jacket, I wonder what finish that is. It kind of looks, is it silk, is it cashmere? I don't know what the finish is, but that material looks amazing. Look, shiny. But styling wise, what I really like about it, look what he's done with the loafers. Traditionally, when people wear loafers, you're usually wearing them with like straight leg pants that don't go that far down. They don't usually drag back at the back of your heel. I'm liking that kind of little styling tip. Instead of having straight leg trousers that kind of sit, maybe, you know, that kind of stop towards the top of the collar of those loafers, these like drag down, like sort of like the trousers that you'd wear if you're wearing boots, let's say. But he's kind of flipped them and done loafers. The loafers look quite normal. I quite like that. This is the first ones. I think the other ones he's kind of made them really look like slippers, and they're really skinny and they got a pointy toe. These look like regular loafers. They got like a, oh look, is that a split toe? I don't know if that's, no, I think there's maybe a split seam, and they've got some sort of like some faux croc fabric. But I do like that kind of classical looking loafer. Nothing kind of crazy there on look number 2. Look number 3, the suit is fucking special as well and beautiful. I really like that bag actually. I'm not gonna lie. I think that bag is gonna be very popular. This little clutch shoulder bag is going to be very, 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 very popular. That'll be actually a good DJ bag. I'm not going to lie. Quiet as kept. That'll be a good DJ bag. If I could make most handbags, I don't mind wearing as like DJ bags, because if you have a long enough strap, you can wear it as a crossbody. I'm not going to wear it on my shoulder. I feel really uncomfortable. Even tote bags, I hate wearing on my shoulder. I usually just put the whole thing over my fucking, you know, across my body. But if the strap was long enough and you could wear it as a crossbody, I think this bag will be really popular. Like, imagine, like, you see a lot of people wearing these in festivals and shit. I'd wear it as a little DJ bag to put my headphones and USBs and all that shit inside it as well. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, what is that material? Is that silk? Same material we saw in the other picture. That whatever that material is gorgeous. It kind of shimmers. It kind of reminds me of like old Void jeans and shit back in the day. I really like the look of that. I'm not gonna lie. I really fucking like the look of that. Oh, look at the slippers too. Look at the slippers. Look at the plimsolls. What are those? Are they like ballerina flats with a pointy toe? They look special. They look really cool. And of course, the classic fucking aviators, or the aviator shaped glasses that we remember Tom Ford wearing back in those days as well. That's fucking beautiful. So cool. Wow. This whole collection's amazing. The all white look is great too. And again, this is definitely harkening back to a particular era. Remember that particular era where everyone was wearing like blazer jackets with jeans? I fucking hate that, by the way. It's a very uncool, it's a very like Usher era, you know? Remember when Usher, I think Usher definitely had the streets on lock. I forgot what video it was. I think it's the one where it says A-Town up, right? A-Town up, A-Town down, whatever, that one video where he's wearing a suit jacket with jeans. African uncles, they swore by that look. They love that look, man. The big suit jacket with the new era and the baggy jeans and shit. That's what this look reminds me of. So it's a bit too African uncle for me. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look number 7. Look at that bag. Oh my God. God almighty. Whether that is croc alligator, that is fucking gorgeous. Jesus Christ. I wonder how much that is. And then looks number 7. Let's flip through some more here. Get through them as fast as possible. Ooh, there we go. You see what I said about crossbody? You see what I meant about crossbody? I'm aware of that, mate. That is stupendous. That bag is the one. Especially in that brown color. That is the one. That is the one right there. Look at that crossbody bag. That is the fucking one. Sensational work. Sensational. You got the loafers there with the jeans. and the herringbone kind of jacket as well, and the glasses, which I really love also. But that bag is the one. That bag is the one. That's gonna be really popular. I think this is gonna fucking, they're gonna sell many of those. Many of those little bags. I'm not going to lie. Oh, another really good bag too. Is that like a, oh, look at that. That's like a septum ring, isn't it? That's like that. They've got a bag here. You can't see it if you can't see it on the screen. It looks like it's covered in somewhat, it looks like maybe sequins or something. I don't know what it is, that material. But there's like a clasp. The clasp is metal and it kind of looks like a bullhorn. Or it kind of looks like a, you know, those septum rings that people have, you know, like the little whatever nose ring thing. I wonder if that's what it is. That's a little nice little kinky addition there. Nice little punk addition there. I'm not mad at that. More trousers, more great trousers, more great sunglasses. That trenches. Oh, okay. Those are the slippers. Okay, those are the new slippers that he's putting out there, right? The new version of ballerina plants. They kind of look a little bit, you know what they kind of remind me of? These kind of remind me of a little bit of Valentino heels, but without the heel. If you know what I'm talking about. Those, you know those Valentino heels that girls love with all the spikes and the studs all over them? They kind of remind me of those, but just without the heels. They're really ugly though, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like them at all. They're really fucking ugly. I'm not gonna lie, they're really fucking ugly. But the rest of it is fucking gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Another crossbody bag. I think the bags are the one so far. This collection, I really love the bags more than the clothes. Look at this bag. Same one before, leather with the Gucci stripe as well in the middle. And this nice kind of thick strap around the edges also, you can hook up. And there's a nice track jacket. Glasses I'm not too fond of. Yeah, really cool. He fucking killed it. Oh, look at that brown camel suede outfit. I ain't mad at none of this. Oh, those loafers. Those loafers in browns with the spikes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Uncle loafers in brown with spikes on them. Yeah, I'm all about that life. I'm really much all about that life. Oh, those glasses though. Those glasses though. That's giving me like George Michael vibes, isn't it? That's giving me George Michael. You know, let's go outside. What's that video? Is that the video, right? Or something? The one where people are like lying on the bed and he's like spinning around and there's water all over him. I think he's wearing like tinted glasses like this as well. I'm pretty sure. This looks like a George Michael look. I fucking love that. Look number 17, it's giving share. I ain't mad at that. Look number 18 is giving shoplifter. Oh, that bag. Woohoo! That bag, you could fit a couple fucking meal deals in there, innit? You could fit a couple meal deals in that bag. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, look at this leopard print number. Mamma mia, is that a dress or is that a coat? I think it's a coat, right? It looks like a coat. It looks like a double-breasted coat. That looks amazing. Don't know what the fabric is. It looks kind of itchy though. And it's a nice little Gucci trunk as well there. Fantastic stuff, man. Demna's killing it at Gucci. I don't want anyone to say anything different. Look at that jacket as well. Look at that. That looks like it's sprayed on. Beautiful piece. Mamma mia. I wonder how much that is. No one can say nothing. I think Demna's legitimately killing it over there at Gucci. He really is, man. There's not a single look here that I don't like. Oh, look, that's very David Beckham inspired. Look number 24. Very Golden Balls inspired. Also, those jeans with the stripe on the side. I'm not mad at those at all. I ain't mad at those jeans with the Gucci stripe on the side. I ain't mad at those at all. With the matching jacket. With the, I guess it's like a driver's jacket, right? Yeah. I ain't mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that one bit. But yeah, great stuff from Demna at Gucci. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Most of the stuff that I've enjoyed looking at so far is definitely, the bags are sensational. Bags there on look number 34. Too good, too hard. Oh, look at that. Look at that one piece. Oh my God. The leather piece there. Look number 37. Jesus Christ. Sensational. Sensational. And again, you don't really associate the word sexy with Demna, but I think this is what this is. There's a lot of sex appeal in this particular collection, and his stuff I would never really say that usually. But I think maybe it's the fits, maybe it's the materials, maybe it's how skinny some of the pants are and stuff. It looks fucking great, really fucking great. Oh, look at them with those thigh-high boots. They're gonna be really popular too. Some of the bags are incredible though. The bags are incredible. Oh, this is great as well. I think Peggy Gou would look great in this actually. Maybe because she kind of looks like Peggy Gou. Yeah, Peggy Gou looks amazing in this. This is a great, look at those trousers. Mamma mia. But yeah, I ain't mad at this. I ain't mad at this at all. I ain't mad. Is that Alton Mason as well there? Cut off his hair. I ain't mad at this at all. Big up Blood Clot Demna. Big up Blood Clot Demna. Big up Blood Clot fucking Demna. You really can't go wrong with him. Look at some of the evening wear looks towards this end. Some of these dresses are fucking fantastic. Yo, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. What's that? Who's this? Who is that? I don't know. I heard something. I heard something. What was that gling? What the fuck was that gling? Hello? Who glinged me? Who glinged me? I have no idea who glinged me. Someone glinged me. I don't know who the hell glinged me. But whatever that was, I appreciate you. I don't know what the fuck that was, but whatever that was, I appreciate you. But yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Big up Flockhart Demna. I actually want to check out the description here. It says, I think fashion is FOMO. This is courtesy of Vogue magazine. I think fashion is FOMO, said Demna. Fashion has to create FOMO. I'm a fashion consumer and I love when I see something that I don't need because nobody needs fashion, but I have FOMO of not having it. This is the magic of fashion. A lot of people try to rationalize fashion, but it's not rational. It's about creating an unexpected and absolutely unnecessary desire. That's a great point, by the way. That is a great point. That is a great fucking point. That is a fantastic point. That's what it is. Fashion is FOMO. It's about creating. So what? So what's that gling? Who said that? Big up Booth McGee. What is that gling, brother? What's the fucking gling? Oh, subscribers. Oh, big up to the subscribers. Appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. You're fucking legends. I got my first 2 subscribers. Yay! Big up people subscribing. Oh, Booth McGee saying a joke. Okay, stop trolling me, man. Stop trolling me. I'm too sensitive. Big up my 2 subscribers though. You guys are fucking legends. Let me find out who you are so I can shout you out. Apologies for the full stop here. I should have probably, you know, put that here and noticed it anyway. But big up the people that subscribed. You're fucking legends. How do I even check that? I don't know how to check that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know how to fucking check that. But let me bear me one moment. I want to quickly give you guys a shout out. Let me just quickly see if I can find it on my end here, and then we'll continue. Do one more. Then I'm gonna jump over to the random show. So please bear with me. Please bear with me. Who's did something? Big up everybody here. Big up everybody here. You guys are all amazing. Let me just quickly refresh the screen so I can see everything. Bada bam ba. Okay, so big up. Oh, is that what it is? Follower. Big up who followed. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't know what that bling is. Whatever the bling is, I appreciate you. I don't know what it is. I can't see it on my side of the screen here. But whatever it is, I appreciate you. Okay, that's it. Whatever it is, I appreciate you. May God bless you eternally. May God bless you eternally. Let's continue. So, as he finesses his fresh formula for FOMO at Gucci in advance of his February first runway serving. Oh, really? That's the first runway in February. Oh, yeah, true. Because the first 2 have been presentations and shit, innit? Yeah. Oh, sick. Oh, so much to look forward to in the new year. Cannot wait. Demna is currently deep in the process of creating R&D, where September's La Famiglia Bridge collection was more about categorizing core ingredients. He said that the archival-based riff on archetypes was originally conceived as a research project rather than a full-blown movie premiere presentation it dropped as. This second chapter saw him experiment more freely with their expression. As he put it, it feels very liberating for me creatively, not just to make stuff without overthinking it. Yo, big up Robert Miller, appreciate you, brother. Big up Robot Miller, big up Ruben Miller, appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member. You're a fucking legend. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. The collection was doubly subject to Demna's lens. He shot the... Oh, really? Demna shot the lookbook himself. Demna shot the lookbook himself as an on-purpose echo of the Big Bang moment when Gucci first fired Fashion FOMO. He said, these images were very much in my Gucci memory. I wanted to recreate it as if it was a Gucci show that was not on road runway for some reason. Along with plentiful references of Ford era cutting edge Gucci, the collection was a wide ranging fusion of encompassed classical 70s pre-fashion Gucci, also touched upon later 21st century phases. Of Frida Gianni's time. This is a certain Italian feminine glamour to what she did, what I find to see very rare. What crystallized the collage in coherence was the emotional, even sometimes self-centered approach of Demna's articulation of Gucci product. On the Lunetta phone, his first ever bag for the brand. On the is that it? Of the Lunetta Phone Plus, his first ever bag for the brand that's wrist strapped wisp of a thing that's just big enough to stash a wallet and a digital device. And he said, actually, it's a little bit of a selfish bag because I made it for myself. Okay, I want to see that. Let's see if we got it. If we get a better picture of it, it's called the Lunetta Phone Plus. So I guess it can fit like a book and whatchamacallit, and a phone. Maybe a Pro Max and shit. I ain't too mad at that actually. Do we see it, images of it? Do that's a phone plus? Any more images? No, I guess that's it basically. Oh. But still, big up Demna. Actually, it's a bit of a selfish bag. I wanted to do a fit that was this jacket that I made for myself because there was a lot of racing jackets on the archive, but the fits were a bit too 90s. I wanted to do a fit that was more now, using web as a branding, and that was the back. And there was a black pointy-toed Valeria ballerina drawn from the archive and rebooted in his size. His ballsy v-neck t-shirts, a heavy flirt on the boundaries of current convention and menswear taste. He said, I'm going there. I realize the v-neck is such a Gucci item. Oh no, them that's trying to bring back the v-neck. I don't want that, mate. I want no parts of that. Them that's trying to bring back the v-neck. I don't want anything to do with that. I hated that fucking v-neck era. I fucking hated it. I hated it so much. I swear to God. Provocatively positioning the banal to make it seem strange and thus ignite FOMO has been part of Demna's MO across the body of work. Honestly, I'm getting like shivers because I'm imagining he's gonna give us fucking V-neck hoodies, V-neck polos, V-neck t-shirts, V-neck jumpers. You know what I mean? V-neck. I can't do it. I can't do it, please. What's changing at Gucci is his approach to silhouette and the body contained within it. He said, my Gucci aesthetic is quite body conscious, both for boy and girl. This shift, he elaborated, reflects the positive change in his relationship with his own body. I think that's how creative work. It has to go through you. Oh, so I guess Demna probably lost some weight. Demna probably got on Ozempic, innit? Demna probably got on Ozempic. He started to see his pee again. He started to fit into like size 36 and lower jeans again. And then suddenly now he wants everything to be bodycon. He wants V-necks and shit. Yeah, I get it. That's what happens, isn't it? You lose weight and suddenly you want to start wearing everything tight. You know, everything tight. Mamma mia. Wear some of the big boxy, big boy back stuff for us, my friend. Oh, yeah. Which makes sense, to be honest, because when he was at Vetements and Balenciaga, he was probably at his biggest. So that's why we got those big silhouettes to kind of accommodate not only us, but him, you know? But now that he's maybe a bit fitter, vis-a-vis fucking Ozempic, or maybe walking a lot, he's now wants skinnier items. Fair play. He says here, he then introduced a small atelier in the brand's Milan space to buffer between his design process and development production. It's big enough for making tools and making maquette. It's a French school, but I come from that school. Here, he said, he has begun to process approaching sizing in much more variable, precise, and tailored manner than conventional grading. We are all different proportions, he said. I'm not a good designer if I can only make clothes for models. Oh, very true. That's what I like about him, by the way. He's got fashion school learning and education, but he's also very modern. You know, he's open to, like, you know, basically incorporating his looks and his education into the real world. It's not just a rigid, like, okay, I'm just going to do fashion for fashion people. He wants the world to wear it, which I really, really love. I really appreciate that approach. It continues. Alongside his updated approach on size and fit came a fresh consideration on weight. Especially what I really am into was the lightness of the garment, bags, shoes, everything. I find that everything is very rigid and heavy in general. I feel the way luxury brands want to present themselves is to be durable, and durable means rigid and heavy. I don't know why. I feel like my idea of luxury today is absolutely the opposite. Yeah, it's true. That's true, to be honest. Most luxury brands do kind of, you know, the weight of something is quite important. Like a heavy bag, a heavy jumper, heavy coat. It kind of feels like it's more quality, you know? As we browse the rail, Demna illustrated this by lifting a hem of his bulky looking but vapor-like coat of black feathers stitched into mousseline, a constrictive looking bonded wool scuba top that was similarly supple, and other lightening was achieved through the removal of details. Side seams, front pockets, in fact hidden within the waistband, was subtracted for jeans, while the tracksuit template was rigorously minimized into a chic black cashmere sleek jersey travel suit. I fucking love that. Yeah, big up Richie. Watch it live, Zinger. To have, yeah, of course, 100%. I intend to. February. I intend to watch that show live on here. I'll probably be doing more of those live shows anyway on here going forward. Fashion needs to be edgy. Demna said to end it, the collection revealed a little bit more about the shape of Gucci's edge ahead. Love it. Honestly, Gucci pre-fall, fucking fantastic. Big up fucking Demna. I loved everything about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have to head off now to the random show, unfortunately. So we'll catch up and we'll finish the Chanel bit after. I'll probably do the Chanel after. This may be the last show of the year, but if I have some time, I might squeeze in one more Tazz and finish the Chanel stuff tomorrow. If not, then this might be the final one, but we'll leave it for now because I'm a bit late for the random show, so we'll stop it here for now. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate you. Smash the like, hit subscribe if it's your first time here. Smash the like, hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're over there on the Kick side of things, please follow the channel. That'll be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to build this side up as well on the Kick side and get all that stuff going. I'll probably be doing Kick specific streams coming up soon, definitely in the new year. So keep an eye out for that. But big up everybody. Appreciate all of you for hanging out with me. It's always been a stellar year, especially when it comes to the M4 MacBook Air. If I had to say something I'm grateful for, if this is the last Tazz of the year, I have to let everybody know here who supported, who sent donations, who sent super chats, who became a member, who watched the videos. All of that stuff contributed to me being able to afford this M4 MacBook Air. And this is, from me, changed things. It's really leveled up things. I'm sure you've noticed I've been doing way more streams now, more often. I've not been having a lot of tech issues, mostly because I've been able to upgrade my computer, because for the longest time I ran this fucking whole channel and the random show and everything else I did online, I ran it entirely on like a 2017 2017 MacBook Pro that was really busted and really hanging on for dear life. It served me well, but I needed an upgrade. And obviously when the M4 MacBook Air came out, I was obviously pitched that to you guys, and you guys supported, and I was able to afford it. So I'm really grateful for that support. Even if that didn't happen, I'm just grateful in general that you guys, some of you guys check out my shit. I'm just a random guy from East London talking out of my fucking ass about the stuff that I enjoy and the stuff that I like. And it's great to see that there are some people out there just as crazy, just as into this stuff as I am. And it's really cool to connect with all of you. So I wish you all the best. I'm wishing you guys all the best, blowing you all the fucking kisses. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If I don't see you again this year, have a fucking Merry Christmas. Be well wherever the fuck you are. And I hope to see you again in the new year. We're going to hit the ground running. I've got so many things I want to do. So many things I want to show you. So many things I want to talk about. So I hope you're going to join me in the new year. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure. Never ever a chore. And we're going to end it. We're going to end it with my tune of the day. I don't usually play tunes of the day at the end of the Tazz show because of copyright issues, but fuck it. We're going to play the tune of the day. This is courtesy of Black Corsaires, and the song is called The Chance of Lemuria. The Chance of Lemuria. This is my song of the day. Enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in.